Hi folks, it's Björn here, and Paysafe with the ticker Psfe is down in general since its all-time high in January 2021, 83%, which are marked in blue, as it took a huge hit after they released their last Q3 earnings back in November, where Psfe dropped 60% right after, which I marked in red. That bears the question, what can we expect for the upcoming Q4 earnings? And as always, I will talk a bit about the last earnings, means about their last results and why it dropped 60%, and what are the analysts' expectations and what we can expect when they miss or when they beat them. So the video is quite packed, but I encourage you to watch the whole video in order to get the full picture. And if you like informations like this, then please hit the like button and consider maybe even subscribing for more daily updates and infos. But with that out of the way, let's get started. Overall, the total revenue for the third quarter of 2021 was 353.6 million, a decrease of 1% compared to 355.5 million in the prior year. Growth was partially offset by 7.7 million impact of business divestiture, Pay Later, in October 2020. Excluding Pay Later, revenue increased 2% however. As I am an optimistic person, let's have a look first at the positive results here. A total of 186.8 million of the revenue was generated from integrated processing, up 3.5% year on year. eCash solution added 90.1 million in revenue and an increase of 9.9%, which is really good in my opinion. And the total payment volume increased by 19% year over year to 31.1 billion. Plus, Paysafe saw also a 50% year-to-date revenue growth in the North American iGaming market, and they added Solana to digital wallets, now offering 38 cryptocurrencies, as well as building pipeline of crypto platforms seeking pay in and pay out solutions. So not all is bad, as you can see. But now let's have a look where Paysafe took a huge hit. Digital wallets revenue fell by 15.1% to 83.6 million, as in Europe, especially in Germany and the Netherlands, stricter regulations for the iGaming sector took place, and I expect the future headwinds coming in this regards as well. But let's have a look at the financials. Net loss attributable to the company for the third quarter was 142.2 million compared to a loss of 38.1 million in the prior year. Net loss included a non-cash impairment charge of 322.2 million to reduce the carrying value of intangible assets in the digital wallet segment. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was one of the reasons the stock tanked. The adjusted EBITDA margin was 30.1% compared to 30.2% in the prior year. So that stayed flat and isn't too bad. And the third quarter net cash from operating activities was 51.6 million, an increase of 37% compared to 37.8 million in the prior year. Free cash flow was 70.2 million compared to 58.8 million in the prior year. But the main question is, why the heck Paysafe crashed 60%? Well, I will share my thoughts on it now. The main reason why investors are upset, me included, is that we have two bad results in a row, leading that the share price fell in 1 year by 83%, and second, Paysafe is generating a lot of debt and is not growing as expected, which is obviously really bad if you're a growth company. Another reason why we saw a huge sell-off was that Paysafe lowered their guidance for the fourth quarter this quarter and the upcoming year, so this year. Means each quarter they're lowering their results and then not meeting them, so you can understand why investors are upset here. So now that we know what happened at the last earnings reports, let's have a look what analysts are expecting for the Q4 quarter. According to Zacks, two analysts give their EPS forecast with positive $0.01, the lowest, and 0.02, the highest, which is as well the consensus EPS forecast. So that is what Paysafe needs to beat, but that alone won't make it. At current times, folks, Paysafe will need to report good revenues followed by lowering their debts and increasing their outlook for this year. If not, the stock will tank and it will go even lower. So now we know what is ahead. Let us talk about some recent events. First, Paysafe partnered with a bunch of new casinos, etc., but I won't go into detail for the video's sake's length. Most important is that they completed the acquisition of SafetyPay, and in January, William P. Foley or Kenny Holdings, one of the principal shareholders, bought shares for $22.2 million. And when we are talking from institutional investors, hedge funds with big names like Daniel Loeb's Third Point, Leon Copperman and David Tepper were selling over the last couple of months, just naming some of them. So here my feelings are quite mixed. Another factor which I always like to look at are the visits on websites and apps, and here we can see a big surprise, folks, as we can see a 94% increase from the quarter before and a year-over-year increase of 500%. Plus, don't forget that is only Paysafe.com, and we have as well the NetTeller and Skrill with their apps. And remember, DraftKings and other betting institutions offering Paysafe and NetTeller or Skrill made a lot of profit and just tanked because of their debts. Means we could see here a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. To sum it up, I am down 71% with Paysafe, and I did not perform DCA here as I will wait how the earnings will go. But if you haven't bought Paysafe yet, it might be a good time to open a small position if you are open to exposure yourself to high risk, as I still believe that the iGaming industry could be a disruptive one. But be aware, if Paysafe couldn't fix the wallet issue and it's still not growing and they did not decrease their debts, the stock could fall even further. So please bear that in mind. But write me in the comments what you think how the earnings will go, as this would be quite interesting for me and the community. That being said, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up so other retail investors like you and me have the chance to see this video as well. And if you're on my channel for the first time, I would be happy if you would subscribe, because I regularly produce new videos and tutorials on the topics of stock analysis, investment, financial products, to give you the opportunity to take your finances into your own hands. That being said, if you like the content and you want to support my channel with a few bucks so I can produce even more videos, I will pin the link to my Patreon page in that comment below. Thank you for that. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay focused and don't be greedy. See you next time.